Yes, sir. God first. Stick to the code. Consistency, obedience, determination, and effort. Hey, man, episode 2, 864 Legends. I'm your boy, Corey Davis. And to my left, I have...
Introduce me.
I got my mom on this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Ganesha Davis.
That's it. That's
you know what I'm
it.
saying? Pumpkin Ministry. Stark Street for life.
Stark Street for
You know,
life.
gonna set the mood.
406.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this my mom right here, man. You know, she helped raise me become the man I am today. Her, my daddy.
What you
know
mean?
what I'm
I raised
saying?
him.
Said help.
Help.
You and my.
I raised him.
All right, she did.
Me and his daddy raised him. Don't help.
She did. All right, what y'all think?
I birthed the code.
But hey, look, last episode was good. You know what I'm saying? Good little turnout, y'all. We appreciate the response that we was getting. Like we said last time, man, this is freelance. We ain't got no notes. We got a topic, but we ain't really got nothing, you know, just set in place exactly like how we gonna say it or, you know, when we gonna say it. So, if y'all got any questions or something like that y'all want to know or any topics y'all want us to touch on, let us know. Without further ado, today's episode, we talking about staying in the child's place.
Yes.
Staying in the child, that's the title right there. Staying in the child's
place, that's it.
And with that topic, you can talk about so much, but I'm just gonna say little general things like, you know, we as children, we want to grow up so fast, we got to look out for that. You know what I'm saying? How to manage your money when you're young, being in the rush to move out and just do your own thing, just being mindful of those type of things, man. But, you know, mama, talk to the people, man. Tell them
Okay,
about
I was just waiting for you to do the intro. I didn't know how long the intro was. You know, this is my first, podcast. And so anyway, I just got this topic last night. I said, Mama, please, I need you to come over here to the podcast. And this is the topic. So we stand in child's place.
Yeah.
And we've talked about me and Corey and his aunt. We done had many conversations and debates on a lot of things. But this one right here touches home.
Yeah.
Because I moved out at a very early age. I was 17.
Out there in them streets.
You gonna cut me off every time I talk?
17.
First of all, I wasn't out there.
17. Just hey, put that in perspective, y'all. 17.
17 years old. But at 14, I knew I was moving out. I had already had a goal. I started working at Arby's. I was saving my money, going to Walmart, buying my little bathroom stuff, my little kitchen stuff at 14.
They had an Arby's back then?
Yes. What you mean back then? I told myself that I was going to try to minimize the cussing, but it might not work out.
Arby's, so it was your first job, Arby's.
Yep, Arby's at 14 years old, the one on 28 Bypass, over there by Lowe's.
Probably making $2.35 out.
It doesn't matter. I did what I needed to do. Anyway, so I had that mindset, wanting to be grown. Even though I had two great, awesome, loving parents that was in the home with me, but just wanted to be grown. And even at 14, I knew I wanted my own place. I wanted to be out on my own, doing my own things. But oh Lord, if I could turn back the hands of time, you know. But still, it's just a difference. Staying in a child place can mean a lot of things. What does it mean to you, Corey?
Man, all I know is how the saying go. If you knew now what you knew back then, and that's how it go.
Well, somewhat.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, the things that I know now, if I knew them back then, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yep.
I'll be still living with my mama till this day.
He still do.
Kids, listen to me. We ain't asked to be here. You know what I'm saying? They decided to have us. Follow me now. If you got two loving parents at the house, like I know everybody household dynamic ain't the same. But if you got a household, and you got two-parent household. If you got a household where you can stay there and save your money and stack your money, man, do it. I'm telling you. Do it. I'm talking about run them dry. Eat their food. Come in, listen to their rules, though. Listen to their rules, though. You know what I'm saying? They want you in the house at a certain time. I understand all that. That might get aggravating, blah, blah, blah. But it's going to be worth it in the end, man. It ain't nothing like having $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 saved up before you move out versus trying to just hurry and rush and move out, and you might only got like $1,500 in the bank or something like that.
And I don't get me wrong. I understand everybody's situation is different, and there are reasons for people to leave early or move out early. What he is saying is, if you have the means and the opportunity to be able to stay at home when you're young, do it.
I would recommend it. I would highly recommend it.
I would recommend it too, even though it worked out wonderfully for me. Don't get me wrong. Even though I struggled at times, and you gotta understand, I moved out at 17. I got pregnant with Corey at 16.
Out in them streets.
But Lord, please, we should have prayed before this podcast because he gonna have me saying stuff. Anyway, like I was saying, I got pregnant at 16. I had my baby at 17. But before then, I had already purposed in my heart that this is something I wanted to do. I wanted to be on my own. Now, with the child, did it add extra stress and extra struggle? Of course it did. But it's still, in the end, it still worked out for me. But if I could have stayed, I would have stayed in my mind. Like, it wasn't that my mom or my daddy told me you gotta go.
Yeah.
I ain't even tell this Negro he had to go. But all I'm saying is, sometimes, well, you didn't go. Hell, you just.
I didn't move out till I was like 20.
25?
No. I'm 28 right now.
How long you been out on your own?
Over 4 years.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. 24.
No. It had to be like 23. Yeah. I moved out at like 23.
24.
I moved out like, yeah, it was a good little minute.
It was. So anyway.
And I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say this on the podcast. Cause I'm sure of myself. I'm a man. The first night I moved out. What happened, Mom?
That baby was crying.
I cried.
I'm talking about tears coming down his face. Now remember.
Now y'all probably laughing at it. Look.
The cameraman laughing.
Man, look, I cried.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to me. I cried when I went out my mama out. It was just like this feeling just came over me, like, whatever, like, I'm leaving the coop. You know what I'm saying? It got real. That's when life got real. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to ever have to, like, go back, even though I know they'll let me go back if I need to.
Anytime.
But I was like, that's like.
Your daddy might have another say.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a big leap of faith, though. When you move out on your own, at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, however old you is, it's a big step into manhood or womanhood or adulthood in general. Mm-hmm. And I ain't gonna lie. I remember, because we were leaving 5 guys, and I was about to go to my apartment, and you was about to go back home. And I really started crying because of her. She started crying first. Like she was shipping me off to the military or something.
I ain't ashamed about it.
She started crying first, so when I seen her cry, I'm like, man, go ahead.
I cry every
Next
year.
thing I know,
I dropped him off at school.
Next thing I know, I'm in the bathroom in the apartment in the dark, sitting on the toilet. Ain't even using the toilet, just sitting on the toilet in the dark crying. And my wife done came in there, we wasn't even married yet. She came in there, why you crying? Mad at me. Like, and I'm sitting here like, what you mean I left my mama? What you talking about?
Yeah, that's right.
You been gone from your mama house. Cause she went to AU and she from Malden. But I was crying, y'all. I mean, that's just how much I love, you know what I'm saying? I love my mama and love my parents, you know what I'm saying? So
I didn't cry. I love my mom and daddy just as much.
It was rough.
I didn't cry.
But it wasn't rough really to move out because I had saved up a good bit of money. Mm-hmm. I can't remember how much I saved up, but it was a good bit. Cause that was one of the things I wanted to make sure I did before I moved out. Mm-hmm. I wanted to make sure my account had a certain amount of money. I think I was shooting for like $10,000. I don't think I had hit it yet. I think I was getting close to it. And just to give y'all a little perspective, a little insight. So if your rent was $700 a month, that's how I was looking at it. I was like, okay, my rent's $700 something a month. I'm going ahead and times that by 12. So that's gonna let me know how much I need for an entire year just for the rent and throw a little extra on there for water or whatever. Mm-hmm. So that let me know right there, okay. Water. Yeah, for the lights, however they do it. We pay for rent and water or rent and lights going on.
5 years talking about a little extra for water. So you got other bills.
So they let me know, yeah, I was just like, that's what you need to do. Make a little budget list. Make a little budget list of cell phone, gas, if you got a car payment, insurance. Like, be mindful and be smart about it if you gonna move out.
If you gonna move out.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what my daddy taught me that. And so me and Corey daddy, Chris, we taught him that. It's about, you can do it. It's just don't go out there and make these choices and make these decisions because you mad.
Out of emotions.
Or mama, daddy didn't piss you off.
They done told you to clean up, you don't want to clean up.
You don't want exactly.
Man, you better wash them dishes. Listen to me. You gonna have to wash your own dishes anyway. If you at your mom and daddy house right now and you ready to move out because they trying to make you come in at a certain time, they trying to make you clean up, they trying to make you do it. Negro, what you think you gonna do when you got your own spot? You gonna have to do that anyway. You might as well do that rent free. You gonna do that and pay rent. So you might as well just mooch off them Negro. Basically.
Listen,
mooch.
I don't know what he's talking about, but in retrospect, that is true. If you able to, some parents have a different philosophy about it. Some parents like feel like I got friends and family members that believe, when you 17, 18, you didn't hit that mark. It's time to go. Yeah, you guys to get up out of there, and I respect that too, because I feel like everybody has a right to parent their children in a healthy way, the way they want to. Yeah. However, that's not my perspective. I'm like right now, Corey, Jamila, Hazel, they all know as long as I got a roof over my head, they got a roof over their head, period. Now, does that mean that they can just come and mooch? Hell no. I said I wasn't going to do that, did I? Anyway, heck no. But honestly, like, standing in a child's place is more than just that. That's what we was talking about. Standing in a child's place. When Corey was younger and Hazel, I got a lot of little grief about, I was kind of strict. I ain't really let them go nowhere. Y'all got to understand where I came from. I came from Weedy. And if anybody out here watching me, y'all knew who Weedy was. Weedy didn't even let us ride our bike from around the neighborhood or around the block. We could go from one mailbox to the next mailbox. That's it. Yep. And when we got a little old, there was a little V-hill down in front of our house. We could go down the V-hill and come right back up. That's it. So to me, I was very protected because I knew protectiveness. And so, but I just didn't allow Corey just to be all free falling, do whatever the heck he wanted to do whenever he wanted to do it and say however he wanted to do it. And I believe I taught him to stay in a child's place. Staying also in a child's place, like he was talking about, a lot of times, I was a young mama. I was 17 years old. I made many mistakes. When I say I don't know if it was a mistake because we had a great time, but when I say we partied on Stark Street 4, 5, 6 nights out the week, and if we weren't partying, we was at Characters, and that was a club back in the day, like you said.
I was just out there in the streets.
No, listen, no. Stop saying that.
I ain't never clubbed like
never clubbed, but I did. I clubbed when I was 17. I partied when I was 17, 18, 19, but I still didn't allow my children to feel the need to be in my situation. Like, if I had folks over, their little hips was in the back room. They weren't sitting up around me, up in the conversation that I was having with my friends or my family. They had their little pizza box and some little Capri Suns, and all 8 or 9, 10 of us in one little room. I'm telling you, with Monique kids and Kim kids, Rika kids, Jaya kids, all of them, they about 12 children back in one room because they knew to stay in a child's place. If we was in there having a good time, but I feel like there's a little bit more of that happening now, Too many kids sitting up under grown folks when they doing grown folk things. Yeah. And you will be grown one day. You just ain't grown right now.
Yeah, be patient, man. Be patient, man. Life gonna happen when it's time to happen for you. You know.
Yeah, it will.
You ain't, and then like don't look at other people's lives and be like, oh, they doing this, they doing that. I must be behind or I'm slack. Everybody's journey and everybody's destination different. All right, so they might have this type of car, you might have that type of car. They might have a house, you might have an apartment. Or they might have an apartment, you might still be living with your mom and daddy. Or whatever, your grandma or your aunt. It's okay. Everything got its place, everything got its time. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we don't have certain things because God might be protecting us from certain stuff that we can't see yet. You know what I'm saying? Or he know that if we was to get that car, credit gonna be shot in 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't ready mentally. You know what I'm saying? He know if we was to go out there and get that apartment, maybe that's why you can't find no apartment. You know, because if we was to go out there and get that apartment, well, you gonna be right back home anyway. You know what I'm saying? So just be mindful of them things, man. Like you got so much life to live. All right, I'm going on. You got so much life to live out here. All right, like, see, how old are you, mama? 40 what?
I'm 45.
Yeah. She 45. I'm 28.
45 and still fine.
I'm 28. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind, man. Like, so what that you ain't got your own place and you 18? Man, you 18.
You 18, baby.
You 18.
It's
like, if I can go out when I was 18, I probably wouldn't have went to college. None of that. They can have all them student loans back. All that. I'm trying to tell you, man. 18 from 28. If I can go back, well, I might have $100,000 saved up right now. Just over there chilling. Oh, you need a little dishes washed, take a little trash out. Okay, cool, that ain't no problem. But I remember when I was that age getting upset and getting angry, like, man, I'm tired of cleaning up. I always got to do that, I always got to do that. So when you at that age, that's type of stuff that you thinking about. That's the type of stuff that aggravates you. You know what I'm saying? But when you get older, you realize, man, that wasn't nothing. That's what you wish you was still doing right now, for real. So just be mindful of that. Like, wait your turn. Like, just be patient, trust God. And when it's your time, it's your time. Just be ready for it.
And that's true. And and everybody's time is different. Like, again, sometimes we rush our times, but even if you out there, even if you made those decisions and you want to go back home, or if you want to change it, you can still start from where you at. Like when he was talking about credit, my credit wasn't great in the beginning, but it's because I made stupid decisions. I was doing things that
trying to be grown,
didn't understand everything about credit, didn't really know what credit was, and I was taught in different things, but I still was acting out on what I wanted to act on. I never cared about materialistic things and wasting my money on stuff like that, because heck, if you know me, you didn't see me, I don't give a crap about certain stuff. But however, I'm talking about like cars, some things you just gotta wait on. I remember in our first apartment, we had a kitchen table that was an outside table that had mixed match chairs. You know what I'm saying? We had this couch that was donated from this person or that family member. We had, the old microwave that was sitting up in grandmama's house. Stuff like that. Everything don't have to come right away. It will come in time. You have to just crawl before you can walk.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like children, me too, I was talking about myself, we want to be grown too quick.
Yeah.
We just want to just be out there and just live the life
and the
of
social media don't make it no better, because now you seeing everybody's lifestyle. Some of them put it on the front though, but now you seeing everybody's lifestyle, and now you want to mimic it because you seeing this person got that, you seeing that person got this, so it's like, dang, well, I gotta hurry, I gotta get it quick. And like they say, stuff that happen quick, stuff that come quick, be the stuff that fall quick too. Or the stuff that weren't really good for you anyway to begin with. So, man, it's something about just being patient and grinding for what you want, the honest way, and you'll appreciate it more too once you actually get there.
Yeah.
Once you actually get your apartment, once you actually get your car, you'll appreciate it more. You'll take care of it more because you know how much work behind the scenes you had to put into it.
That's true. That's true. But like Corey was saying about staying in child's place, I was thinking that you was talking about more in different realms of it, other than just that.
I mean, what other type of ram?
I was talking about a ram, and then you cut me off.
Oh, you talking about like sitting up on the ground folks?
Like you normally do.
Sitting up on the ground folks,
you always do. But no, other than that, just staying in a child's place, to me, when I think about it, it's just, I feel like kids just grow up too fast.
Yeah.
I just feel like they just growing up too fast. Like, just be a kid. Just be a child. Like he's saying, ain't nothing rushing you to be grown. Ain't nothing rushing you out here to be adult, because once you become adult, I heard this person say that, when you young, you wishing your whole young life to be old. And then when you get old, you sitting about thinking about reminiscing all the days that you was young. And, just take your time. Take your time. Figure out, what you want to do. Like I said, I want to make sure I reiterate this. I understand everybody's situation is different, and everybody don't have the opportunity to be able to stay home or in a place where safe or comfortable for you to be able to stay in. And I respect that. You got to do what you got to do. And if that is you, still make good, healthy choices for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Surround yourself or get around somebody that's going to encourage you to do the right thing and be able to pay your bills the way you need to. Make a budget for yourself, like Corey said.
Yeah.
Budgets are important. I still, at 45 years old, will take a notebook and write down all of my outcomes and my incomes versus what I need to do for that month. That's important. And so you just need to make sure that when you do decide to move, don't be worrying about, like you said, keeping up with the Joneses. That's an old term. I don't know what y'all new terms are, but just keeping up with the folks that's out here, like you say, on social media. Yeah. We wasn't privileged to all of that like y'all got. So we didn't know what everybody else had and what they was doing all the time like y'all have in your face every day. So, you just have to do you. You have and be comfortable in doing you. Be comfortable in being who you are. Be comfortable in the place that you're at until you can get to the next level. It's going to take time.
Embrace the journey, man.
Embrace the journey and enjoy the journey. Yeah. Enjoy it. Like he said, if Corey could change, him and his wife and my grandbaby would be sitting at the house right now.
Everyone has something to say, a story to tell. We make it easy to share yours. So let's talk.
Regardless of your podcast setup, hit record. And from there, whether your podcast reaches 10 people or 10 million, we can help you get heard wherever listeners are.
And who knows, maybe even quit your day job.
But no matter who hears you, it's about connecting and sharing something from your perspective.
It's about having a voice and using it without anything standing in your way. Say it all with Anchor.
Yes, sir. We're back.
Okay, that was a commercial. I never been on a commercial break.
We're back. We're back. Hey, man, stay in the child's place. Hey, listen to me, man. You don't know everything. All right, you don't know everything. You're not me. Okay, no, just play. But for real though, you don't know everything. And when we 16, 17, 18, we swabbing down. Our parents, that's 30, 35, 40, they done been there and did everything that we did, don't know what they talking about. When in actuality, they do. You know what I'm saying? They really do know what they talking about. Really need to take heed to what they saying. Don't need to brush it off. I know sometimes it get aggravating. They be like, man, she always talking about something. She always talking about stop doing this or you need to do that. You need to listen to them, man. Because once you get older, you're going to realize that the stuff that they were saying is coming true. And you're going to be sitting there on your little stinking little dirty little sofa. Like, darn. You know what I'm saying? Like, darn, she was right. Darn, he was right. Or whatever. So, man, that's another thing about just staying in the child place. Like, we kids for a reason. Like be a kid. Learn the ins and outs. Like, ask questions. If you got grandparents and stuff, they still living. Go to your grandma and them house and talk to them and ask questions. If you got parents and stuff or aunts and uncles that's willing to hear you out, talk to them, man. Ask them questions. Ask them anything that you want to know. You know what I'm saying? You can ask us. Cause it's real. They full of wisdom. They full of roadblocks that you can prevent. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times we want to be grown. We want to, I'm doing my own thing. The next thing you know, you done lost all this type of money. You done missed out on all this different type of stuff, all because you want to do your own thing. You want to be grown and you feel like can't nobody tell you nothing. If you move out your mom and them house because you mad or you upset, I'm telling you right now, you moving out for the wrong reason. If you're moving out your parents' house because you just tired of being there and you feel like, oh, I'm 19, I'm 21, I can drink and stuff now, I'm about to move out, you're moving out for the wrong reason, man. Move out at a time where you feel like your bank account situated, job security situated, you got a little wisdom, you know what I'm saying? You got transportation, all that type of stuff taken care of, and then go be an adult. You can't try to be an adult, but still try to be a kid at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to be, you can't pick and choose. If you're going to be an adult, be an adult. So when adult stuff happen, then you got to want to be to deal with it. Don't try to go run back to them now. I know, yeah, they going to be there for you, but you was grown just 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean that was perfectly said. That's why I didn't cut you off.
Good.
A lot. Listen, I feel like seriously, the things that we know now, especially my generation, is because we set up under the adults and our grandparents and aunts when it was time to sit up under, when they allowed us to, not when they was doing their thing. I'm talking about on the front porch with grandmama or on the front porch with Aunt Ann. I mean, I'm telling you, that's what I learned when I sat up under my mom and my daddy and my grandmama and grandparents and sat around them and got wisdom from them, because that's why I feel like, to be able to overcome some of the things that came my ways, because I remember what they were saying. I remember little things that they were saying. You know, you can't catch flies with vinegar. You can with honey. A lot of people.
What that mean?
You don't know what that means.
They might not know what it means.
Oh, okay. Oh, I apologize. The cameraman don't need to listen. That's an old saying. It's because a lot of times when you want something in life, or you want something, or maybe you at a business or a store, or even in a relationship, and you always got this huffy duffy attitude and always puffed up, always got something like something going on with you, but you still need something from somebody. Your attitude is everything. And I remember my grandmama and everybody saying that to me about, you can catch flies with honey than you can with vinegar. And that's because honey is sweet. Sugar is sweet. Vinegar is sour. You walking around here with a sour attitude all the time and wonder why things maybe not going your way. It's about how you treat people. It's all about how you treat people. I'm talking about people you don't even know. I'm not talking about just walking around here and just being naive and just opening yourself up to everybody. I'm talking about just in general. Even when you in a job, the job might not be going the way you want it to be going, or the supervisors might not be acting the way they need to act, but it's your attitude that counts, not theirs, yours. And when you have a better disposition, a sweeter disposition about yourself, things will happen more easily for you than you have one with a vinegar disposition,
Yeah.
a sour disposition, a disposition that don't taste good. Everybody don't care for vinegar.
So what's
everybody care for honey or sugar more than they do vinegar.
So if we had to lead the people with a checklist, the young folks or whatever, with a checklist of this is what we recommend before you step out on your own, what would that checklist look like? This is what we recommend. This is what we recommend your life starting to go in. I'm trying to say.
I don't know.
What type of checklist would you recommend for somebody to create, to check off before they say, all right, mom and daddy, I'm going?
Well, I want to make sure I'm clear. I don't know everything. Don't profess to know everything. He the one thing, he know everything, not me. I don't know where the hell he got that other than his daddy. But I'm just saying, I don't profess to think I know everything.
God speak to me.
Jesus, help us, Lord. Anyway, I'm not going. That's another podcast. Stop, before we go into a whole nother discussion. But anyway, I don't profess to know everything. But when I do say I've been there, done that, I do think if you're gonna have a checklist, of course, you need to have some maturity about yourself. And I say this: I'm 17. Not 17. I moved out at 17, but I just feel like these 17s of the day. It's a different maturity level than my 17s of that day, and I'm just being real, And it's that's not a put down. That's not a shade tree or whatever you guys call it. That's none of that. What it is just about having just a more of a responsible mindset.
So maturity.
It's maturity. Number one, maturity. I don't care if you're 17 or 27 or 37. It's about maturity, because you gotta be able to handle yourself in a manner where you can go in and talk to the landlords, and you can go in and go get your gas set up, all that kind of stuff.
You can't be going off on everybody when you're in the door.
You can't. You just can't do that.
You're gonna burn a lot of bridges, and then you're gonna burn yourself in the end. Really.
You got to.
You're gonna end up jobless. Income not coming in no more, and then you ain't got no income coming in. That's what I would say. Add to the list. You need to have some form of income.
Well, that's the next list. But the maturity, like you said, being mature enough to make that decision for yourself, because when you out on your own, so many things you have to deal with that you don't even know that's gonna come your way. Yep. Things that stuff that break down or something that tear up. If you grown, you can't call mom and daddy every time, or grandmama or whoever every time something happen. You gotta take care of yourself. I'm not saying that we're not here to help or assist, because we are if we're able to. But if you want to be grown, be grown.
Yeah.
Period. Be grown. But maturity and income.
Maturity and income.
Income is not also always, well, I got this job and I'm making all this money right here. You got to keep the job.
Yeah.
You got to stay on the job. And sometimes you just don't like the job. I done walked out on a job. I didn't quit jobs. I done all that kind of stuff. And you just do it. It ain't that saying that you have to stay in this one job, but just make sure that if you do leave, you got something lined up going to the next.
Try your best to lead the right way.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And if you do leave, make an effort to find something else or do something else.
Yep.
Whether you try to start your own business or work somewhere.
That period. And then keep everybody at your house.
Ooh, that's another good one.
Don't let everybody come in your house.
Real talk.
Don't let everybody know where you stay. I mean, it's okay to have friends and have company because we did. Don't get me wrong. But I got evicted twice. Because of, no, not foreclosed. Negro.
Why you pay your bills or something? Why you get evicted?
I got evicted twice.
Dang.
Because of parties.
See?
Not because I didn't pay my rent, not because my rent was on time. My rent was on time every month, but I got evicted twice, and I'm not gonna call you guys out that contributed to that, because you're still here, and I love you dearly. However, but I got evicted twice because of being stupid, being young and dumb. No, well, the first time I just hurried and found another place. And the second time, I did go back for like 30 days.
How much was rent back then? About $200?
Would you quit saying back then like I was like had this apartment in the 40s?
How much was rent for real back then? Because it definitely ain't what it is now.
When I was staying at Anderson Crossing, that was, I don't even know if it's called Anderson Crossing anymore. Anderson Crossing was behind Grady's. I don't know if it's still called that, off the connector. Oh, it is still called that. I think our rent was like $450, $475.
Yeah,
for a 2-bedroom. It was $450, $475 for a 2-bedroom, 2 full bath, nice size. Heck no. And the deposit was just $450, $475. And then I lived also and I had to move. We went to this little place called Page Drive for a couple of months. That didn't work out, and I think the rent was only $375 for a 2-bedroom. I mean,
like we staying in the office. Good Lord, they had running water and lights. We weren't infested with nothing.
I'm so tired of you. And first of all,
$300, $400 for some rent.
And they were nice places. Well, Page Drive was high.
Yeah.
But I didn't move. I didn't been in 11 places.
11? Come on, we should have somebody else on this podcast. What you done moved 11 times for?
It wouldn't because 2 of them, I told you what it was, Negro. This is a whole nother show.
Yeah.
If anybody want to talk about real talk, real life, real stuff, holler at me on a different podcast. Then I'll tell y'all why I moved that many times.
So we got the income, we got the maturity.
Maturity, income.
And you said don't let everybody in your house.
Yep, everybody in your house. And then I would just say, make up the budget goes back with the income. Making a budget is imperative.
Yeah.
Making a budget of how much money you actually make.
Don't just jump out there and you ain't got nothing
saved
structure.
up.
Get you a little structure.
Get you a little structure. I mean, you ain't gotta save.
Savings. Oh yeah.
You gotta have a savings, but you
Please
do. You have to have a savings. But I'm just saying, I don't know if there's such a checklist or whatever. Also, don't worry about what everybody else think.
Yeah.
That's in every category. But don't worry about if your stuff gotta look like they stuff or look like MTV Cribs. I know that's an old show.
Yeah,
but anyway,
who cares? You got little scratches here, little scratches
it
there.
doesn't matter. Who cares if you had to go to Pumpkins and get a furniture set?
You ain't at the location you're going to be for the rest of your life.
That's right. That's a temporary location.
And honestly, this is a temporary world we living in general. So I don't care how much money you got, what house you living in,
That's
you
right.
temporarily own that too.
And leave on the right note. That's another list.
Leave mom and dad's house on the right note.
Leave on the right note. So if it's got to come back, you able to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like mama or daddy. And I get that.
Learn how to cook a little bit, boy. I'm gonna throw that in there. Learn how to cook a little bit. When I say a little bit, learn how to cook a lot. I'm gonna say learn how to cook a lot of bit. It's about all the thing I can make is some eggs, some pancakes,
and
some ground
taco
turkey,
meat.
some taco meat. That's in my arsenal right now. I'm gonna whip it up. That's about all I can make. You know what I'm saying? So they go up on the, like she said, build up on the grandma and parents and like that. Man, learn how to cook.
Learn how to cook.
Ladies, it'll go a long way once you find your husband. I mean, even husbands, like dudes, like you can cook too. You know what I'm saying? So learn how to cook.
Learn how to clean.
Clean too. Yeah, keep it clean.
Clean your bathroom.
Clean up, man.
Clean your tub. Wash up behind your kitchen sink.
Yeah.
Quit letting that stuff sit there and cloud up behind that goddamn faucet.
Yeah.
But anyway, we can go on and on about stuff.
But it's a good little list.
And it's a good little list. But like I said, everything ain't for everybody, and every list ain't for everybody, and every topic ain't for everybody. But he wanted to talk about that kind of stuff because it hit home to him. It hit home to him because he realized, he did stay longer than I did in my folks' house, but he do realize, even as a married man with a child and a business, that it's still hard out here. It's hard out here to be on your own and face stuff, because when you really make that decision to be a child and be an adult, you're going to have some adult situations coming. You got to have the right mindset. And the list of all, Corey, and everybody know how Corey about his faith is, and my faith as well. Put God first.
Yes, sir.
Number one thing should have been on the top of the list. Put God first. Pray about it. If that's what you supposed to be doing, He'll lead you. He'll guide you. And even if you make the wrong mistake, because we did, I did. I prayed. I went to church, but I still made mistakes, even though I prayed, even though I thought that's what He told me to do. That's okay. That's where His grace and His mercy come from, and you'll be able to recoup from it. So just make sure He's in the midst of it.
Yeah.
He's got to be in the midst of all of our decisions. But I just enjoyed this.
For sure.
And I hope that we didn't ramble too much.
Yeah.
But if we did, that's just what we do. But so we hope
definitely gonna have on here some more y'all talking about all kind of stuff.
I talk about what I want to talk about
Make
next.
sure y'all go to 864legends.com and get your merch. You know what I'm saying?
Merch.
We got shorts.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Here it goes.
T-shirts, tank tops, yoga pants, all
I found my
type of
shirt
stuff,
this
man.
morning.
Shout out to my boy Jason Gear. You know what I'm saying? Behind the camera, you know what I'm saying, helping us with this thing.
Hey, Jason.
And hey man, y'all stay tuned. We're gonna be here every Saturday, or we're gonna have an episode every week. You know what I'm saying? So really, this will drop on Monday again. So
send us your topics.
Send us some topics, man. Yeah, whatever y'all want to talk about, whatever y'all want to hear us talk about. Cause it's gonna get a little bit deeper than this.
Yeah.
We just testing the waters right now.
We just testing the waters because
we're gonna really talk about some stuff that I know for a fact I'm gonna be right about. But we'll see if they're right.
oh my God. Anyway, this podcast is actually generated from a bunch of conversations that has been going on for a long time. If you know Corey, you know he's a debater.
Oh yeah,
and he's a debater at heart and soul and everything. And so we was like, we need to be talking about this so we can have other people's opinions and comments and discussions about it. Because this mug think he know everything. When I say everything. But anyway, we excited about it and I'm enjoying it. Oh, thanks.
Good job,
anyway, I birthed the code. Remember that.
Appreciate y'all. Come on right here. Tell people what your name is.
I am Ganesha Dranae Hanks Davis. I had to put Hanks in there. Hey, Daddy. Hey, Pepe.
I'm Corey Davis. You know what I'm saying?
We
appreciate y'all.
Just sneaking on Facebook.
Episode 2 complete. 864 Legends. We out of here.
All right. Bye, Chris and Hazel. Love you guys.